Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something New, we're going to take a look at one of my all-time favorite records. It's 1980 and the Cramps record, Songs the Lord Taught Us. Every genre and subgenre in history has its starting point, its origin, and when it comes to the world of psychobilly, it all comes back to the Cramps. Taking the punk and post-punk sounds and mixing them together with influences like Elvis Presley, Roy Orbison, and that 50s rock and surf rock sound, the world was simply not ready for the unique genius that the Cramps brought on this record. In fact, the Cramps take a moment on this record to define exactly what their sound is when vocalist Lux Interior sings the line, "One half hillbilly, one half punk." And this is a perfect encapsulation of the band's overall mission and sound. It's the way that the guitars from Poison Ivy slam against those of Brian Gregory, creating a mood and a tension far beyond anything else ever recorded. There's a fullness to the sound of these songs, as well as a sense of reckless abandon that makes these songs outright addictive. And this is cemented by the drumming of Nick Knox. The songs on the album have just enough bounce to pull you into them, and yet there's a speed and a spirit that keeps you coming back for more. And all of this is behind the impossible to forget, almost sinister vocal stylings of Lux Interior. Taking this all into account, you have the formula for a completely unique and absolutely phenomenal band. To tell you the truth, Songs the Lord Taught Us falls into the category of albums that are very rarely far from me, and seldom a week goes by that I don't listen to it in its entirety. So do your ears and soul a favor and go get yourself a copy right now. Thank me later. Today for Something New, we're going to check out the most recent EP from Burial, and it's called Kindred. While this is an EP release with only 3 tracks totaling in at more than a half hour, this album almost demands to be put into a category all its own. For those of you who haven't been exposed to what real dubstep sounds like and only know that sad excuse they play in the United States, this is what dubstep is supposed to sound like. Also, Burial was one of a handful of electronic artists who for a very long time made a point of being completely anonymous, though he has since been identified and in no way detracts from his music. Unlike most electronic albums, the Kindred EP starts very quickly, becoming almost instantly completely captivating. Across the entire EP, he seems to really give in to the music itself, letting it dictate the general direction of the music as opposed to paying attention to conventional sonic structures. Yet somehow this manages to work perfectly in its own way, and the progressions found throughout are absolutely unique, if nothing less. There's a tension and a flow that runs throughout the record, and yet there's a diversity in the overall sound that keeps the album engaging from beginning to end. Also, the Kindred EP has an overall full sound which is usually lacking from electronic sounds, and in many ways this EP captures the live DJ sound as good as anything you'll find anywhere. All in all, there's no getting around the fact that Burial has proven to be one of the most consistently innovative and high-quality electronic musicians within the current scene. And on the buy it or borrow it, his Kindred EP is an absolute buy it. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, go ahead and leave a comment, go ahead and click like, whatever you want to do. Remember that if you leave a comment here or you share this video via my Facebook page, you're automatically entered into a contest to win at least 4 of the albums I recommend at the end of the month. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out my website where every single day I'm talking about the greatest music of all time at thedailyguru.net. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again next week.